This is a day that my Father has made. I will rejoice. Jah, I thank you for this morning. Oh, it's a brand new day. Little bird, they thank him as they sing. So let's all get down and pray.
All right, it's like this, you know. I give you a scenario where you can relate to, right? Say you come from, you remember in the days when we have secondary school and high school, right?
Mm.
All right, say you're a school then. You're a private school.
Wait, before you continue, them still have all age school?
Yeah, junior I know.
And they're no longer secondary?
No,
Okay.
not even one. Right? So all secondary school upgraded to high school.
I see.
And all them play Manning Cup and the Cup now. So there's no secondary league again.
Right. Okay, that's one league, high school.
Yeah. So you're there, Don Robin, back in the days, right?
Mm.
And you're scouted. And there's a lot of talk. So you have potential, right?
Mm.
A small team here come from now, so they don't know how great the potential is. So they must see so. Which team would you go to ensure that you play? You have the KC and the Judges and the JC where top team.
No.
You want to play Manning Cup, you know, you desire to play Manning Cup, you know.
Right, for start. Not just sit up on the bench. Be a starter.
Yeah. You don't go outside like KT, man.
Listen, you never even have to bring Don Robin in there. You could have been more relatable by even mentioning, you know, playing for Liverpool and being on the bench as opposed to playing for Wolves and as a starter.
You don't take that? You know, no, I can't bring that with you. I can't bring that with you.
No. I can be realistic. I am not biased. No. Listen, okay. Forget that I'm a Liverpool fan.
No. City and Wolf. I'm not talking nothing about Liverpool. With you? No.
Okay, which team?
City
Man
and
City.
Wolf.
Yeah. Okay, listen. You know, say whether it's Liverpool or City versus Wolf, but I'll go the team when we can get game time, you know. Especially if we want to represent my national team. I'm not gonna be realistic about it.
Hello. Me see you turn bench captain at Liverpool. Just for the Liverpool.
You don't see that. Buddy, I would have rubbed out the bench. I would have rubbed out the bench. I when game done, I can't move. Rain.
Listen, just to take a picture of the jersey and turn the number, and nobody now go see that jersey and nobody again. You that.
I would have rubbed out the bench. Let me tell you. I don't have to move.
So I know that I was right.
No, I'm not pick Wolf. If you think about my international career, right? I'm think about my international career. I'm gonna pick a team where I can play. Right? Especially if
I say that Liverpool, you must play for Jamaica.
Yeah, but if the coach if it's a Jamaican coach, I don't have to start. He would have played me. But what happened when they bring in a foreign coach? I mean, not play at all. He's not going to play me.
Me see them do it with Hector. Hector gets signed from Chelsea and get loan same time. And then bring in Hector as this big baller. I mean, say Hector can't play ball. I just recently Hector can't play ball.
And then that's where Chelsea come from.
Yeah, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, Hector wasn't a footballer. But guess what? He must start because he must Chelsea sign him for $1 million and all kind of foolishness.
Who was the coach? A Jamaican.
I'm not sure. I
Many think was an international coach.
They will do it, man. They will influence them to do it.
Well, that is possible, but that would be a weak international coach.
I try remember for Schaefer.
Schaefer the weak man.
Yeah, I try remember Schaefer. Schaefer that come from Cameroon?
Yeah. And we know in the Africa. Weak.
He carry Cameroon go World Cup.
Yes, he did do that. With what boy name again? Oh fuck. And he died in the Confederation Cup.
This was after Roger Miller, right?
Yeah, man, after Roger Miller, man. Mark Vivian Foe. Remember Mark Vivian Foe? You remember Mark Vivian Foe, buddy? One of my favorite African players. Me and man, them cry, me tell him, man. You know,
me fed up for African.
Mark Vivian Foe, party.
The staff watch African team. Honestly, you know, all of them are the same thing. Indiscipline can't play football. Individual can't play football. It's not a game of individual. If you want to play individual, play lawn tennis and golf and themselves.
I'm going to share my screen.
You have this one bag of talent, and you can't play a cohesive game.
You guys see the screen? Indiscipline, eh?
It's a come true, not it.
Indiscipline and corruption.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it?
Yeah.
All right, so
Come up. No, come up.
see him now?
Number 17. When play? Midfield.
Midfield, yeah.
Never follow him at all.
Yeah.
I just gear up on African team, man. And Nigeria. I don't want to hear nothing more about Nigeria and Ghana. The man them have side were far better, talent wise than European.
Him playing the English league, you know. Play for West Ham, you know.
Yeah. West Ham.
Yeah. Him do one season at West Ham.
Oh.
Hmm? And him did a Man City too, on loan. You see it?
Vivian Foe. Obviously was a good player, but may I tell you some of just can't bother with the African player them. God, choo.
Listen, it reminds me too much of Jamaican.
Yeah, man, they're better than Jamaican, man. They're better than Jamaican.
No, in terms of skills, yes. But in terms of personality wise, corruption wise, same mentality.
I think we have corruption problem, you know. Our problem more deep rooted that we know have a system that enhance the schoolboy and you know transition them to seniors. That's our problem.
Why would I have that?
It could be finance. I think it's less corruption. I think it's more finance. No. And government not seeing the bigger picture and saying, we put money where the youth them there. And long term.
Buddy, FIFA provides money to every confederation for grassroots football, for the game to develop. A corruption. So what they read? Swiss Bank, you know. Swiss Bank. Remember the whole FIFA corruption thing when I go on? A Swiss bank was caught up into it because they were the one distributing the funds, right? And they were fined 140 million for their role in it. It
So
was
they might distribute without receiving proper development plan.
no. The whole corruption thing behind FIFA, where federation, where FIFA executives were being paid money to vote on the African World Cup, South Africa World Cup, Russian World Cup in Russia,
and the next World
in
Cup
Qatar,
and the Qatar, yeah.
next year World Cup. All right, so what money they pay out, and them pay out the money. The money went through them, and they were the one who dispersed the money, and they knew. They said they knew where the money was coming from, where it was going, and the purpose of it. They knew it was a bribery. Eh?
What about the development aspect of the money, where FIFA is aiding smaller countries to develop football? How the corruption coming on that now?
All right, so for Jamaica, right?
They
fall under CONCACAF, right?
Right.
The money goes to CONCACAF, right?
Yeah.
CONCACAF is responsible for dispersing that money within the region, right?
Right.
Do you and I know how much money Jamaica get? As opposed to how much money Trinidad get with T-Fin when you're there? Jack?
Unfortunately for CONCACAF, Jack have scandal, and the Cayman Island person that placed Jack end up in the same boat like that.
Right. So sometimes we don't know.
In that prison now. You're not supposed to be in prison now.
Yeah, but they get charged, man.
Yeah, Jack escaped because Jack kind of slippery.
No.
Jack more guilty, but Jack slippery.
I think, yeah, I'm slippery. I'm smart.
Yeah, man.
And I think well, forget about Jack. I mean, like I say, I think Jack. I think the TNT government aided Jack. They refused to sign an extradition to the US.
Jack was smart enough. Jack looked down the road and saw all of this, and Jack became a member of parliament. Remember? Right,
and they refused to sign the extradition.
So them not gonna sign it for one of them own.
So we have no idea where the money goes when it gets to Jamaica.
I know that out of the money we got a campsite up by UWI, training site with dorms. So when international players come, them can stay. And training for, I think, two fields, well laid down and maintained.
Right.
Apart from that, there is nothing in the grassroots where you see a program. And in the take over money for the program, because we're not talking about infrastructure. It's just dedicated personnel and administration and somebody going out to the schools, identifying players, separating, working with them, preparing them for the transition of leaving Manica and the Costa and entering to the senior. We have a problem in trusting youth into the senior program. Even Theodore now, no one a 16-year-old and a 17-year-old and 18-year-old on the squad.
Look a boy them there. They not prove themselves yet.
Player in Jamaica, you can't play. Because I think it's a negative thing that they couldn't do it when they were young. So they might continue the tradition.
Right. There's no feeder system.
Crazy. Where's all the great players them were talent-wise? And Jamaica reached 2 under-17, back-to-back under-17 World Cup. Where are none of them play for Jamaica?
None represent Jamaica. Where are they now?
Where are they? Oh, if you be good at 17, Every year we can identify, and then you can't transition into a 21-year-old or a 20-year-old or a 19-year-old.
Does Jamaica have a under 21 team?
Yeah, because they usually enter World Cup. Not World Cup. Olympic. Olympics are under 20.
No, they have under 21 World Cup too.
Yeah.
No, under 21 World Cup, but
they never pass under 21. I think by the time we turn 18-year-old and 17-year-old, we're done.
that's sad. But
Right.
they have.
Right. It's our problem start.
In
When
the-
them leave.
Yeah. Come on.
So
You to Liverpool just buy him up. Him is on France under 21 team, and they have a tournament starting soon.
why the under 17 couldn't transition to a good under 21, under 19 team and a good under 21 team? It does feel it does fizz.
So again, money was provided, but so my friend, I think I said this the other day where UEFA has now started proceedings against the three teams that are still holding out in the Super League, right? Juventus, Barcelona, Real Madrid.
Holding out for no good reasons, but holding out anyway.
No. Here's the thing. So, Infantino, the FIFA president, is being implicated in the plot.
Yeah, I hear that.
They're saying he knew about it. They're saying that the reason why some teams came aboard is because they knew they had the backing.
Yeah, the backing of I know when it blow up, them come out as on the other side. Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
So these three teams are holding firm because they're not going to take the blame for entering to the league. They're not going to take the fall, like individual fall, and say they took it on their own merit because of greed. They're not doing that.
No, they're not doing that.
They throw FIFA under the bus.
Now that they're throwing FIFA under the bus, I just think they don't want to bow down to UEFA. Plus, so the Spanish Federation president, right? him have it out for Real Madrid for Fiorentino Perez. Him have it out for him. Him. No, him really don't like him. He was the one who said FIFA was involved. He was the one I read about who implicated FIFA in it. So
but it must done. The new season, this is one of the baggage must carry forward into the new season. Let's use the summer and get some resolution, and the three team them focus back into Champions League and put that behind. Have to happen.
Did you know that there's a third European Cup? There's a new one.
Brewing are started.
Just starting. There's Champions League. There's Europa. Right? And then there's another one. That's the one that Tottenham qualifies for. It's called Europa qualified something. I don't get a full gist of it.
No, I understand that because that is not. It's not. The organizers are separate from Europa.
No, it's still still UEFA league. It's a UEFA league, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's,
Yeah. But I understand it. I understand it. Yeah. I thought you were talking about something totally different. But I understand that because it a new because Arsenal use it. Arsenal used it last year. Yeah, man. Arsenal used it last year. It a new. Probably have a new name, but there's always a qualifier for the 7th place. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, for 7th place in England.
no, man, they have a cup for it.
Oh.
They have a cup. They must show. I know somebody that send it to you, and I don't know why I didn't send it to you. Know.
Oh, that is a new addition because people usually play it as a qualifier and just move on. But now they might get trophy.
Right.
They might get trophy now.
Yeah. So it's called the Europa Conference League.
Yeah, that's rebranding, but I guess players and clubs probably say we want something to show for winning. We say that we're playing in Europe. It's a European competition, but qualifiers shouldn't have a cup. Honestly, qualifiers should never have a cup.
No, this one is not a qualifier. This one might include teams from the Champions League. So team will finish 4th.
Oh, that's a restructure.
Yeah.
It's go deep.
Yeah, so there'll be 32 teams.
So it got harder for win because what happened? It's almost England always sees that anybody from 7th in England and play the qualifier must play Europa because the competition is so weak that we always are going to rise to the top. You got to say the new format are going to change all of that.
So founded 2021.
Yep.
UEFA Europa Conference League. Right? It has the cup has 32 slots on it, like 32 groove on it. Number of teams, 32 teams, 32 group stage, 184 teams total. That makes sense? That's what it says.
I can't even wrap my head around that figure there. 100 now?
84 teams total.
So some are coming later than some.
Dude, me try understand. I read about it either yesterday or Wednesday. I'm still trying to.
It look like some
for it.
countries outside of the top 5 look like I got start the competition before. And when them cream up them and them enter the 7th place, like Tottenham now, I got play with the better or the 100 and add. I must up.
Let me read and tell you what it is, and then see if we can pick sense out of it. So, the UEFA Europa Conference League, it is abbreviated as UECL, colloquially referred to as the UEFA Conference League, is a planned annual football club competition held by UEFA for eligible European football clubs. Clubs will qualify for the competition based on their performance in their national league and cup competitions. It will be the 3rd tier of European club football after the Champions League and the Europa League.
Oh, so it's not a qualifier again. It's not a qualifier.
The competition is scheduled to run from 2021 to 2022 season. It will serve as a bottom level of the existing UEFA Europa League competition.
Yep.
Which is due to be reduced from 48 to 32 teams. So they will reduce Europa League from 48 to 32 teams in the group stage. The competition will primarily be contested by teams from lower ranked UEFA member associations. No team will qualify directly to the group stage with 10 teams eliminated in the Europa League playoff, and the rest coming from the Europa Conference League qualifiers. The teams will have finished 7th in the Premier League, Bundesliga, and Serie A will enter the final qualifying round directly.
You see, that matter. They might get them not coming in a competition later.
So that's Tottenham. You know, the winners of the competition are awarded a position in the Europa League the following season unless they qualify for the Champions League. Why? Ask UEFA to complicate something and then do it.
No, read the last sentence again.
Well, the last sentence makes sense.
The qualifier
The winners of the competition are awarded a position in the Europa League the following season unless they qualify for the Champions League. So if they win...
So maybe the second place team will get it then if they qualify elsewhere by other means.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Somebody, I forget it. Okay.
UEFA report considered adding a third tier competition since at least 2015.
Oh, so instead of play a couple matches and qualify for Europe, you have to play the whole year. Guys, it's about 3 or 4 matches you usually play and qualify.
It depends on the country. Because what happened if you are a bottom league?
No, I'm not talking about Arsenal. I'm not talking like Arsenal last year. As Arsenal came 7th.
Arsenal play what? 3-4 games?
Not last year, the year before. About 3 or 4 games then play and qualify for Europa.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Tottenham was looking forward for that same thing, but things change.
But I was like, why wasn't this properly advertised though?
This is more trophies. I think it gives more teams opportunity to win trophies. Upset like a Tottenham. So a team like a Tottenham now are the top team. One of the top team in the competition. But then them smaller country they are gonna look forward to beat them and get the trophy.
No, yeah, but Master, why didn't you make a greater effort to publish it? I just came across this enough. And I had to double check and say, oh, if I saw, what do you mean I understand what going on?
That even my son Travis knew because Travis was, remember Tottenham and Arsenal was vying for number 7 spot.
Yeah,
right. And he was still saying that it's a qualifier to Europe. It's a qualifier to Europe. I understand saying never even know.
Even the commentators never made it clear if they knew.
Yeah, because they were still saying that Arsenal and Tottenham have a backdoor into Europe.
Yeah. Even when you put a table, it tell you. It did say. It didn't say it. It said qualifier. So
them still have last year system. Even the color coding our first 4 place go them color it in our blue, and them say that Champions League. Then them color is the next 2 as yellow goal and say that automatically Europa. Then color the 7th spot one different color and say that qualifier, and then color the last 3 them I get demoted.
Yeah.
And it still stand.
So the this new competition, the games will also be played on Thursdays.
With Europa.
Yeah, with Europa.
So them not get no highlight, them not get no coverage.
It depends on who you are. Right?
Nah, get no coverage.
Depends on who you are.
That team if you're Tottenham.
Unless you're Tottenham, We can't even say we can't even call a team in Spain or Italy. That would push up. I wonder what
Because
the, I wonder what the
Bayern,
TV deal is.
Bayern,
What you say?
I can't remember. Leverkusen, what's their name again?
Leverkusen. Well, Leverkusen finish.
I think I picked Leverkusen. So them I play Europe. Right?
Oh, but them finish at a 6 or 7 to now.
Them be just they behind what? I know somebody say them are fifth, but them still a play Europe qualify straight. And them not come seventh. I can't remember which team comes seventh.
They'll come 6.
Them qualify for Europe.
So Union Berlin.
Berlin.
Yeah. Came
And who from Spain? Who comes seventh from Spain?
Spain. You have Villarreal. Then you
No, them not qualify. Oh, Dago, which we are.
I don't know.
We are win the Villarreal now play Champions League.
Villarreal not play Champions League. They won't play Champions League.
Them not qualify, so it's probably
They
it's
not play. So Celta Vigo.
Mhm.
Celta Vigo.
Mm.
I'll go play. In the Italy, let me see who the Italy. Right, Roma.
Nice. It'll be a decent competition. And them are coming late in the game. Or later in the game. So when them come in, them are just probably match them up with the weaker side them and try get them for at least 4 of them to reach quarterfinals. Semis. Them can get 4 of them to reach semis. At least them are guaranteed about 4 of them in the quarters. So it can start, the competition will start watch like at the quarterfinals stage.
Not the second round?
Yeah. Rona, no. Not Rona 16, probably Rona 8.
Quarterfinals?
Yeah, me not see them at televised that Rona. Because them time there, you go find.
I wonder who gonna be the televised partner though.
Europe are getting them up a competition for year time. So 16, probably more like 8. 1 and 2 of them will get definitely semi-finals and finals, but when I see that I go below Rona 8.
Yeah, but I mean, if Europe, if UEFA want to push this competition, they must get more exposure though.
I just think that them just want more team of trophies for sure. More the top team them have trophy for sure for the year in Europe. More than televising them a place weak team.
However, they're trying to gear it towards saying it's for smaller teams, smaller clubs.
Yeah, giving them opportunity to play rugby with the bigger team. That's all. And if you're lucky, you win the competition, but the competition is not for them. The competition is for
competition is not going to be for them.
Yeah, the competition is really for Roma, Tottenham, and whatever 7th place. I really for them competition. When last year, one of them, when it was qualifier, when last year any of them beat any top team to reach qualifier with Europa? You know. It's not gonna happen now. No, that them have a trophy for sure. The worst not gonna happen. The worst not gonna happen. And them got tired because them play more matches.
And this is what they were running from, you know. With the Super League proposal, you know. Less game. And all UEFA can propose is more game. If I want to give them more money, more game.
No, but in our fairness, it's not gonna be more game. But we analyze it. Tottenham are gonna play this game under this competition than if what Arsenal played last season, because Arsenal had to play the qualifier and then jump in a Europa from the start. Because the championship, the qualifier play before Europa started.
Well, it does, and then you're placed in the group stages per seeding and all of that.
Right. So they end up playing more matches than the rest of Europe because they play qualifier. Now Tottenham under the new system is gonna play the same amount of match like the European, so because there's no qualifier. So really Tottenham are gonna play less match than that Arsenal potentially.
Yes, because it's gonna be like
the same format.
Like if you qualified straight away for whether it's Europa or the Champions League and you enter the group stage.
Right. So it's just the smaller teams them where I try to reach up the group stage. And them if one of them bust through now and keep on winning, you know, by the time they reach quarterfinal and semifinal, they play a whole heap of match.
Yeah, but listen, my friend, you're forgetting one thing, you know.
They play less at their level back in them country.
Here's what you're forgetting. Distance traveled. Who knows who you drawing in the group stage? You ever go play a team from Kazakhstan?
A team from way around us, so
We around somewhere. And that's where the small team don't come from. We are wrong, that's all.
One football fever look like what Milan?
Yes.
But guess what? It's all in the development and this will
Listen,
the small team invest some money.
Yeah. Yeah. And it will help the grassroots game and spectator wise you're gonna get to say, let's say Gareth Bale stay at Tottenham. You get to say Gareth Bale and a key in a play. If them stay, you know what I mean?
Yeah man. Crowd out turn up. Hey, and the same thing FA Cup up. So now nothing new now. Remember say FA Cup, the Premier League team them come in late, you know.
And they play away.
And when them come in,
a small team at home.
Right. Just to give them exposure.
And give them the gate prize as well.
Yep. So something similar like that, UEFA take.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share our videos. And don't forget to comment
and hit that notification bell.
This has been another episode of Teach and the Prof.